Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody emailed me this cross, and it would trace really good, but they don't want this much. They want some flare on the end, but they don't want this much. They don't like this one. And I kind of looked around the internet and couldn't find anything, so I just drew one with a little bit of different flare. This looks complicated, but this is really easy and kind of a fun project. And as if you've watched in my videos, I draw in the center of the page. So I drew a rectangle, put it in the center of the page. Then you want to go to view and make sure you got snap to guidelines, object, and page on. I'm going to bring down a guideline, and you can notice it snapped right to that top of that page or top of that rectangle. I'm going to go to basic shapes. I'm going to grab the heart, and then I'm going to hold down the control button so I get a pretty nice heart. I'm not going off size here, or this one might look totally different than the other one, but I'm going to have it snap right to that corner. Now I'm going to rotate it from that corner, 45 degrees. Now I'm going to take this heart, make a duplicate with Control D, and I'm going to mirror it the other direction. Then I'm going to move it to this corner. And I don't know if you can tell, that's already kind of going to be our shape right there. Then I'm going to take an ellipse or a circle, and I'm going to hit P on the keyboard and put it in the center of the page. Holding down the control button, I'm going to bring it up. And I'm doing this all just, I did another one, evidently, but I'm just kind of doing this one off the cuff. I've made a duplicate of it. And now let's bring in another indexing line and put it P so it'd be in the center of the page. And now we're going to move our rotation to here. And let's just rotate over. Let's go, tell you what, let's do this. Let's make it a little smaller. So hold down your shift key and bring it in. It makes it a little bit smaller from the center. It moved our rotation, but we need to move our rotation there. And then just going to rotate where it touches. And we'll make it 42 degrees to make it even. Control D to make a duplicate of that. And we're going to rotate the other one 318 degrees, which would be the 42 from 360. Now just take your virtual segment delete key, delete tool, and just start deleting some lines. Just kind of use your imagination. Whoop, we didn't want to delete that one. We want to delete that one. And if you notice the indexing line, so we're already almost halfway there. We will take away this center line, and you notice the indexing tool or the indexing line is stopping your virtual segment delete key from going past it. We don't need that much of an area, so we're going to hold down the control button and just make an even line. Make sure it got all the way across. Get the Smart Fill tool and fill it in. Now I've already noticed mine's a little bit different than the one before, but you could play around with it. Now we're going to move that away. Let's get rid of all this. Hit delete. Put this in the center of the page. Hit left click, right click, which is no fill, and then outline. We need a longer part of the cross on this particular one. So let's just grab our shape tool, grab those two nodes, and while holding down the control button, make it longer. Then, whoop, I backed up. take our object and Control D and make a duplicate of it. Holding down the control button, we've got our two parts of the cross. We'll go ahead and delete this center line. We'll smart fill this, and what smart fill does basically, it welds. It's another weld tool type. I mean, it's not a weld tool, but it works like a weld because now it's all one piece. I left click, right click, put it in the center of the page. Control D and make a duplicate of it. Rotate that 90 degrees. Well, I must have hit not 90. Now you notice this is a little too long, so we'll just bring it in. But that's going to squash our ends so they won't look the same. So let's do this. I wasn't thinking about that. Let's take our 2-point line and just draw a line. Smart fill that. Get it out of the way for a second. But this time we're going to use the nudge distance of 2 inches. Just so it gets out of the way. Now we can get rid of all this. Left click, no fill, right click. And I'm going to move back 2 inches. Of course, that didn't really matter. Holding down my control button and just put it like near that line. Control D and make a duplicate. Mirror that. And that would have worked if I would have made it the thickness of that line. So we're going to change this nudge factor to 0.002 and get it about the same. And there's a better way you could do that. I shouldn't have done it like that. Now just take your virtual segment delete key and delete all those parts. And we might be a little bit too low on the cross, but that's personal preference. Get your smart fill tool. And I'm gonna show you something right here. We're gonna make a duplicate of that. These are 4 different parts. So you could group it or select it all and weld it together. And now it's one part. But I get so used to color filling and then move that out of the way. So you could use the weld tool, but I get so used to use the color fill tool that does exactly the same thing. So now it's all one curve on one layer. And if you just take away your other parts, and there you have a cross that has a little bit different flair. It kind of looks good. It's got that sweep. I really actually like this one better, but it's personal preference. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.